Very good morning, all of you. Welcome to refrigeration and air conditioning class. In last class, we discussed about mm, thermodynamic performance of reversible Brayton cycle, in which we derived an equation for COP. So once again, we see that equation what we derived in last class. So COP is equal to T4 by T3 minus T4. T4 means temperature after expander, after turbine, by T3 minus T4. T3 is temperature before expander, T4 temperature after expander. If you simplify that one, finally we get one more equation, which is 1 by Rp power gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 1, where Rp is equal to pressure ratio, which is P2 by P1 or P3 by P4, same. Pressure ratio for isentropic process. So this equation we derived in last class. Now we move to one note. In reversible Brayton cycle, isentropic process, for compression case and expansion case, we followed isentropic process. Sometimes in problems, you will be getting polytropic process. Polytropic means PV power N is equal to gamma. For isentropic process, we take PV power gamma is equal to constant, where gamma is adiabatic index. For air refrigeration system, working fluid is air. For air case, gamma value always 1.4. Nobody will give you in the examination. I already told you in last class, you should directly take 1.4 as gamma for air refrigeration system when it is following um, reversible Brayton cycle, ideal cycle. Gamma as 1.4. But in some case, in some situations, in some problems, you will be getting PV power N is equal to constant. N means polytropic index. That value will be given 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, like that. When N value is given, so how that how that performance of air refrigeration would be, we'll see now. So first of all, sometimes, read all of you what I have written here. Sometimes the compression and expansion processes take place according to the law PV power N is equal to constant, that is polytropic process. In such case, the COP, which is obtained from the fundamentals as discussed below. This is our note. Now when we follow polytropic process, PV power N is equal to constant. Now we write first of all compression work and expansion work in terms of polytropic process. So first of all, I write compression work. Compression work W12 is equal to, for polytropic. Now total cycle is closed, but each and every part, if you observe, every part is open system. So compressor, fluid enters in one direction, fluid leaves on the other direction. It is an open system, not closed. If you go for heat exchanger, that is also open. Turbine is an open system. And one more heat exchanger, low temperature region, is also an open system. So every part inside the refrigeration system is open, but total cycle is closed. So working fluid continuously passes through that circuit only. It does not come from outside, and it is not leaving to the surroundings. So for compression work, which is open system compressor, so for compression work in thermodynamics, we learned that N by N minus 1 P2 V2 minus P1 V1. Compression work for open system, N by N minus 1. If you go for adiabatic process, instead of N, we write gamma, gamma by gamma minus 1. Here we are following polytropic, hence N by N minus 1 P2 V2 minus P1 V1. P2 V2 limits at the end of compression, P1 V1 limits at the end of at the beginning of before compression. So where V means specific volume, small v, I have written small v. See all of you, the equation of compression work I am going to take in terms of per kg case, per kg specific volume I have taken. So PV is equal to RT from characteristic gas equation. When we go for V as specific volume, PV is equal to RT. If I take normal volume, PV is equal to MRT. Capital V by capital V by mass gives specific volume. PV is equal to RT. Now, again that equation can be written as N by N minus 1 RT2 minus RT1, where R is characteristic gas constant, which is constant for 8. So RT2 minus RT1 from that equation. So that is compression work. Similarly, for 3-4 process, the expansion work or the turbine work is also per kg case. Per kg case, we can write as W34 is equal to N by N minus 1. Again, it is open system. N by N minus 1 in brackets P3V3 minus P4V4. PV can be written as RT. So finally, that equation N by N minus 1 in brackets RT3 minus RT4, like that. Where R you can take out from the brackets. So the network done or the network input required can be written as W compression minus W expansion or turbine. W12 minus W34, total network input required for the system. So N by N minus 1 or T2 minus T1 minus T3 minus T4 from previous equations what we have written above. And one more equation is required for COP, that is amount of heat removed from cooled space, nothing but refrigerating effect or cooling effect, Q41, which is also per kg case, Cp T1 minus T4. If I want to write in normal way the total amount of heat removed with amount of mass, we write capital Q process 41 MCP T1 minus T4, total amount of heat removed from cooled space. But here I am going to write per kg case, per kg of air, small q symbol you have to write, small q process 41 is equal to Cp T1 minus T4. So these are the things first of all we need to write when we want to write equation for COP for polytropic process. Compression work in polytropic process, expansion work in polytropic process. Now total net amount of work input required for total system which is in polytropic way. Now amount of heat removed from cooled space, Q14 or Q41. These things I have written. Then we'll move to COP. Amount of the COP of the system is amount of heat removed from cooled space or refrigerating effect divided by network input required. So same thing I have written, Cp T1 minus T4, network input required N by N minus 1 or T2 minus T1 minus T3 minus T4. If you see, Cp minus Cv is equal to R, we know that. If I take Cv as common from this quantity, Cv has taken out, Cp by Cv minus 1, which comes like that. So Cp by Cv gives gamma. So R is equal to Cv into gamma minus 1. So instead of R, I am going to write Cv in brackets gamma minus 1 in above equation. Then COP equation comes like that, Cp T1 minus T4 by N minus 1. Instead of R, I wrote Cv gamma minus 1, T2 minus T1 minus T3 minus T4 in brackets. In numerator I have Cp, in denominator I have Cv. Cp by Cv gives gamma. So finally the equation comes like that, T1 minus T4 by N minus 1, gamma minus 1 by gamma in brackets T2 minus T3 minus T1 minus T4. That is total COP of the reversed Brayton cycle when it follows polytropic compression and expansion. So this is COP for polytropic process. Now we'll discuss problems on reversed Brayton cycle, and if it follows polytropic process, we'll see problems. See, all of you read carefully. I wrote a problem here. A refrigerator working on Bell-Column cycle. Bell-Column cycle, immediately it has to come in your mind, which is nothing but reversed Brayton cycle or Joule cycle or air refrigeration system. Immediately it should come in your mind. mm, operates between pressure limits of 1.05 bar and 8.5 bar. There are two pressure limits because heat exchangers operate at a constant pressure. So in reversible Brayton cycle, we see only two pressure limits. Between two specified pressure limits, that cycle works. So low pressure value is 1.05 and high pressure value is 8.5 bar. The data is mentioned in that line. Air is drawn from the cold chamber. Air is drawn from the cold chamber at 10 degrees Celsius. Cold chamber means low temperature heat exchanger from which air is drawn to the compressor at 10 degrees Celsius and compressed, and then it is cooled to 30 degrees Celsius before entering the expansion cylinder. Read it again. After compression, the air is cooled to 30 degrees Celsius. So after compression, that air generally moves to high temperature heat exchanger where it is cooled. After that cooling, we got 30 degrees Celsius. Then it will enter into expansion cylinder called turbine. So before entering into expansion cylinder or turbine or expander, we have temperature as 30 degrees Celsius. That is the meaning of that line. The expansion and compression follows the law PV power 1.3 is equal to constant. What they mentioned here, compression and expansion follow the law PV power 1.3. PV power 1.3, N value is given as 1.3. This is polytropic process. In adiabatic process, gamma value always we take 1.4. Air case, the value is 1.4. Determine the COP of the system. That is the problem. We need to calculate COP. First duty of the student is that student has to prepare diagram, clear diagram of air refrigeration system. After that, PV and TS diagrams have to be prepared. That is primary duty of the student when you start solution for the problem. So this is air refrigeration system. For air refrigeration system, first of all, this is schematic diagram of air refrigeration system. Compressor, high temperature heat exchanger, turbine, low temperature heat exchanger. 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4 are sections. Now, what is PV diagram? PV diagram. 1, 2 is polytropic process. 2, 3 constant pressure heat rejection. 3, 4 polytropic expansion. 4, 1 constant pressure heat addition. They mentioned that pressure limits 1.05 bar and 8.5 bar. Two pressure limits in the cycle. So lower pressure or lowest value is P1 and P4. Lowest values are pressure values P1 and P4, both are same. P1 is equal to P4. This is lowest pressure value, which is given as 1.05. The highest pressure limit P2 is equal to P3, which is 8.5 bar. The data is given in the problem. So this is P2 is equal to P3. This is P1 is equal to P4. And TS diagram. Two temperature values were given. First temperature, see, read again that problem. Air is drawn in second line. Air is drawn from the cold chamber at 10 degrees Celsius. So this is lower temperature region heat exchanger. Low temperature region, it is also called as cold chamber or refrigerator. After that, see, after heat exchanger, the temperature of air will be increased because some amount of heat has been absorbed from the cooled space. So here the temperature which is observed from the problem is 10 degrees Celsius. At section 1, we have the value is 10 degrees Celsius before entering into compressor. After that, air is compressed, then that air is moved to heat exchanger where cooling is taken place because heat is rejected to surroundings. Air temperature here cools or drops. So after cooling, the temperature which is available is 30 degrees Celsius. So at section 3, they mentioned the value is 30 degrees Celsius. Only two temperature limits were given. One is T1, which is 10 degrees Celsius. Next one T3, which is 30 degrees Celsius, before entering into turbine or expansion cylinder. So these two data were mentioned. Same thing I mentioned on the diagram, in TS diagram. T1 is 283. If you convert 10 degrees into Kelvin, 283. Next one 30 degrees Celsius. If you convert in Kelvin, 303. So T3 is 303, T1 is 283. This data is given. And law PV power 1.3. Now we need to calculate COP of the system. Now we'll enter into problem. Solution. Given data. Which data is given? Two pressure limits. P1 is equal to P4, 1.05 bar. Highest pressure. P2 is equal to P3, 8.5 bar. T1 before entering into compressor, 8 temperature 10 degrees Celsius or 283 Kelvin. Before entering into expander or expansion cylinder, at the temperature T3 is equal to 30 degrees Celsius, which is 303 Kelvin. Polytropic index 1.3 N value. These values were given. PVTS diagrams were prepared as shown in figure. Here, after preparation of diagrams, student has to determine the temperatures, unknown values of temperatures. If you observe the cycle, once again I move to cycle. See all of you, we have only two temperature limits. Total points are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the cycle, we have 4 sections, 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4. But in the problem, they given only two temperature limits, T1 and T3. Still, we need to calculate two more values, T2 and T4 values. I don't know. We first of all calculate those values with the given data, where T2 is equal to temperature after compression, T4 temperature after expansion. Same I mentioned here, T2 and T4 are temperatures of air at the end of compression and at the end of expansion respectively. Now from polytropic process 1 to here, compression process is polytropic. From polytropic process 1 to, the relation between temperatures and pressures are T2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1 power gamma minus 1 by gamma. We know that in thermodynamics we learned that if we go for adiabatic process, instead of N we write gamma. T2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1 power gamma minus 1 by gamma, which is for adiabatic process. But here they mentioned polytropic, that's why we remove gamma, we write N minus 1 by N. Now in that equation, except T2 means temperature after compression, we don't know that. T1 value is given before compression, means 10 degrees Celsius or 303 Kelvin. P2 after compression value, highest pressure value 8.5. P1 lowest pressure value 1.05. N is equal to 1.3. So we substituted all values. Finally T2 by T1 we get as 1.62. T1 is 303 Kelvin. So finally T2 value is 458.5 Kelvin. Temperature after compression we got from polytropic relation 458.5. Similarly, we go for another polytropic process called expansion process, where relation T3 by T4 is equal to same P3 by P4 power N minus 1 by N. T3 value was given in the problem. P3 means highest pressure, P4 lowest pressure, except T4. T4 is unknown value. We calculate that one as 187 Kelvin from the given relation. Like that, we determine all temperatures. Now we have all temperatures. T1, T3 were given. T2, T4 we calculated from polytropic process. If we have, if data is, if that problem is related to adiabatic, then instead of N we write gamma. Will determine same values with gamma value. Now what is COP? COP of polytropic processes. Just now we derived in note COP for polytropic process in reversal Brayton cycle T1 minus T4 by n minus 1 into gamma minus 1 by gamma in brackets T2 minus T3 minus T1 minus T4. Just now we determined T2 and T4. N value was given in the problem. Gamma is constant for air as 1.4. We substitute all values. We determine COP as 1.3. Like this, we solve problem when we have polytropic process for compression and expansion. We'll go for another problem for reversal Brayton cycle. I hope it is visible. I have copied from soft copy of textbook. In a refrigeration plant, working on Bell-Coleman cycle, nothing but reversal Brayton cycle. Air is compressed to 5 bar from 1 bar. Two pressure limits were given. Highest pressure is 5 bar, lowest pressure is 1 bar. Its initial temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. Initial temperature means before compression. Initial temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. After compression, the air is cooled up to 20 degrees Celsius. After compression, the air is cooled means after compression air moves to heat exchanger where it is cooled. So after heat exchanger, the temperature is called 20 degrees Celsius. Is given as 20 degrees. That is the meaning. Cooled means after heat exchanger you have to take. Don't go for at the end of compression. At the end of the compression, temperature value rises because of pressurization. Then it moves to heat exchanger where heat is rejected to the surroundings. That's why temperature drops, cools. So at the end of the heat exchanger, high temperature region heat exchanger, the temperature value is 20 degrees Celsius. That is the meaning. So cooled up to 20 degrees Celsius in a cooler before expanding back to a pressure of 1 bar. Before expansion, the temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. After expansion, the pressure finally has reached to 1 bar. That is the meaning. Determine the theoretical COP of the plant and net refrigerating effect. Means refrigerating effect or cooling effect you need to calculate. Take Cp is equal to 1.005 kilojoules per kg Kelvin, means specific heat at constant pressure. Cv, specific heat at constant volume, 0.718 kilojoules per kg Kelvin. Generally, this data is not required for air refrigeration system. So, if I have Cp, Cv values, these two values will help to determine gamma. Means gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. It will help you. Otherwise, directly gamma value you can take as 1.4. Now we have to determine two objectives here. One is COP of the system, and second one is refrigerating effect or cooling effect or heat removed from the cooled space. QL. In our problem, we take symbol QL or Q14. So these are PV and TS diagrams. We'll discuss data which is given in the problem. Two temperatures are given, two pressures are given. Highest pressure and lowest pressures are 5 bar and 1 bar. So P2 is equal to P3, which is 5 bar. P1 is equal to P4, which is 1 bar. I drawn those values in PV diagram. 5 bar here, and this is 1 bar. P1 is equal to P4, which is P2, P3 is equal to P2. If you see TS diagram, two temperatures were given. One is T1 and T3. T1 is before compression, starting point, which is 10 degrees Celsius, nothing but 283 Kelvin, T1. After cooling or before entering into expander, the temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, nothing but 293 Kelvin, T3. So these two values were given. So only two temperatures were given. Still you need to calculate two more temperatures, T2 and T4. Temperature after compression, temperature after expansion. So first of all, we calculate these two values. Like previous problem, we determined these two values, but in previous problem, compression and expansion were followed polytropic. Here we go with isentropic process because polytropic index was not mentioned. So generally we go for isentropic if data is not mentioned. Then starting data or given data, P2 is equal to P3 5 bar, P1 is equal to P4 1 bar, T1 283 Kelvin, T3 293 Kelvin, Cp Cv values. Adiabatic index we calculate with Cp Cv, just now I told you in the beginning of the problem. Gamma is equal to Cp by Cv, which is 1.4. Without Cp Cv, again we can solve this, because gamma for air always 1.4. No need to give Cp Cv values for air, but they mentioned, so we determined gamma with the data. So from isentropic process 1 2, the relation between temperatures and pressures, like previous problem, again I wrote equation here, but in previous problem I wrote gamma, sorry, n, instead of n in this problem I write gamma. T2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1 power gamma minus 1 by gamma. P2 5, P1 1, gamma value 1.4. So T2 by T1 is that ratio has come as 1.584 T2 by T1. Then T2 is equal to 1.584 T1. T1 means T303. Finally, T2 value is 448.272 Kelvin. At the end of compression, we have temperature as 448.272 Kelvin. One more process, isentropic process 3-4. The relation between temperatures and pressure, again we write T3 by T4 is equal to P3 by P4 power gamma minus 1 by gamma. Again we write all values. Instead of instead of gamma we write 1.4, P3 5, P4 1, T3 given as 293. So all values have substituted, only T4 value is unknown, T4 is 185 Kelvin. Like that, all temperatures now we have T1 T3 already were given, T2 T4 just now we calculated, all temperatures we have now. Now first objective of the problem, theoretical COP of the reversal Brayton cycle or Bell column cycle. We know that COP equation, instead of using temperatures, the relation is T4 by T3 minus T4. If I want to solve with pressure ratio, 1 by Rp power gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 1. So based on the data or based on the your availability of the data, you can use any one of these equations. Now I already solved temperatures here, so I go with temperatures equation. So COP is equal to T4 by T3 minus T34. Otherwise, you can also go with pressure ratio. Pressure ratio means P2 by P1. P2 is 5, P1 is 1. So that value comes as 5. Pressure ratio in this problem is 5. So you can also go with pressure ratio, you can determine COP. But for that case, you have to select second one, 1 by Rp power gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 1. But here I select temperatures equation, I go with this one. So T4 185, T3 293. Finally, COP value has come as 1.713. Now refrigerating effect, nothing but Q14 or QL, which is generally MCP T1 minus T4. MCP, but in the problem mass of air has not mentioned, was not given. That's why per kg of air case we are going to calculate. So per kg of air, I wrote symbol Q, small q. Small q14 is equal to Cp T1 minus T4. Generally MCP, M value I am assuming as 1 per kg case. So Cp T1 minus T4. Cp for air always we know that 1.005, but already in the problem they mentioned that 1.005, 283 T1 value, 185 T4 value. Finally, we got refrigerating effect per kg of air is 98.5 kilojoules per kg. Like that, we solve problem in reversal Brayton cycle case. Next class will move to actual cycle for air refrigeration system. Thank you. That's all for today. Thank you.